I have actually been campaigning with Kamala Harris. I'm sorry. I'm the one who sent Richie Torres to Michigan. I'm the one who told the campaign to send Bill Clinton to Michigan to be like, Judea and Samaria is goated and that, all Arabs deserve to get killed. Honestly, it is what it is. Don't vote for us. We don't want it. My mistake. Okay. My mistake. Didn't think that was going to fail spectacularly. I was the one who said Liz Cheney should be a prominent fixture of the campaign. My bad. I will recognize it and I will own it. I'm sorry. I told the campaign Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney were launching them like missiles into the suburbs. They will be screaming bloody murder. They will be singing the gospel. They will carry the red book. They're all Maoist third worlders now. They're all in the Democratic Party's coalition. They're going to fucking turn. That was me. I'm the one who said, do not campaign about any of the economic issues that a ton of Americans are experiencing in a time when they have felt negative real wage growth. Do not do that. Do not talk about that at all, okay? No matter what. Talk about civility, talk about institutions, and talk about defending those institutions. That's what I said to the campaign. That was me. That was my bad. I was like, please, no matter what you do, there are 35 polls that show that you are picking up at least 6 points if you change trajectory, if you separate yourself from Biden's Gaza policy. No matter what, do not do that. Do not separate yourself from Biden. I said in the last hour, do not ever separate yourself from Biden. Go on The View. I said to Kamala Harris, I said, Madam Vice President, you must go on The View and you must tell the American population that you are just like Joe Biden. I'm sorry. As a Democratic campaigner, I said all of those things and they listened. And now I'm here to say my bad. And it was really because at the same time, the Trump campaign's research found that up for grabs voters were about 6 times as likely as other battleground state voters to be motivated by their views of Israel, war, and Gaza. This is why Trump fans ramped up the anti-war rhetoric in the last few weeks of the campaign. And to me, I saw that and I knew that because I was reading the polls that said, hey, you should say something about this. And I always said, don't you say a thing. Don't you say a thing about this because that's bad. If you say a damn thing about Israel-Palestine that communicates that you understand the victims, the humanity of the victims in this circumstance, an objectively unpopular policy that the Biden administration has continued along with, despite the fact that 80% of Democrats, 70% of independents, and 54% of Republicans wanted a ceasefire, I told the campaign, don't do that. Lean in to the right-wing reactionary government of Benjamin Netanyahu. Lean into that. Bear hug him. Give him another $8 billion. That's what I said. It's my bad. I said, send John Fetterman over to Joe Rogan. Do that. Send the one guy in the Democratic Party's caucus that literally cannot communicate due to a disability that he has. Like him, hate him, doesn't matter. It's a format that requires you to speak. That's what I said. I was like, Tim Walz, you shut the fuck up. You shut your beautiful mouth, Tim Walz. I don't want you anywhere near the Joe Rogan experience. Bernie Sanders, go back to the back office. I don't want you anywhere near the Joe Rogan experience. So if you guys didn't understand what I was doing there, I was responding to one chatter who said that I am the reason why the Democratic Party lost. And I gave you some of the reasons why the Democratic Party lost, assuming the position of a Democratic analyst, a Democratic campaign consultant. Now, of course, you could probably tell that I was being humorous in this situation. There's a lot of normies in here, so I wanted to, make sure that you understand what my position is, make sure that I clarify. No Democratic campaign consultant would ever acknowledge or admit or apologize for their failures. They would never do that. So that's why it's a joke. Never in the history of the Democratic Party has a Democratic consultant gone out there and been like, my bad. Also, look at this dipshit. Now that the election is over, I think we can finally say that, yeah, actually, Project 2025 is the agenda, lol. Bro, I watch your streams a lot. When did you have time for all that? Disappointing. It's like you were snatching failure from the jaws of victory. Yeah. So if you want to know, Axios is already reporting Trump is going to begin operations to deport millions of undocumented immigrants when he starts his term. Campaign press secretary Caroline Leavitt said Wednesday morning he'll launch the largest mass deportation operation of undocumented immigrants on day one. It's Nazi time. And I cannot begin to explain to you how dire the situation is going to be. But